That's a little piece of this brand new hit. Parents experience Regina, and it's a tour. As a matter of fact, it's a bit of a tourism board type of mood. This is from the city of Regina in Saskatchewan, and they're now pulling back from their approach to trying to push these types of things. This song in particular, which is actually a remake of an original from 2008. Maybe you guys have heard of this version.
Regina is the capital city of Saskatchewan with around 200,000 people and a devotion to ecology that has resulted in a system of over 100 parks. City Hall is part of a cluster of modern buildings in the downtown area. It's a highly livable city that pulses with the energy of dynamic business leaders. Museums like the Regina Plains Museum preserve and interpret the cultural, social, and economic development of the area.
Regina.
Experience it. Regina. And by the way, that video, again, the song's from 2008, but I have a feeling those pictures are more from like 1991. This is what it felt like to me. But Experience Regina is a real thing, but not really anymore. This is what they had to tweet because there was some issues with that approach. Tourism Regina is no more, is what they put out. As of today, we are Experience Regina. That's what they did at first. Our city's been living this brand for a while now, and we thought it was time that we own it. No more pretending who we aren't, but embracing who we are. This means out with the old and in with the new. Because with the while the land may be flat, we're anything but. I'm not sure what they're referencing there. This is the Queen City. We aren't gonna go anywhere soon, so this is the time to experience Regina. That was what came with this whole song and approach. But then they did this. Look at this headline from the Washington Post. The tourism agency apologizes now after sexualizing this Canadian city's name. I think you guys can tell what the word Regina rhymes with there. By the way, and also the CEO of this whole agency explained this on a radio show, and he was profusely sorry. What?
To be honest, I think to your comment, we had lots of great feedback. We had lots of excitement, and then we had this component of our rebrand that was sexualized on our behalf and on others. And to be honest, we shouldn't have done it, and we shouldn't have allowed it to be done. And I think ultimately that's the piece where we fell brutally short. And people called us on it. People were very vocal and passionate about it, and rightfully so. And we recognized the negative impact that it was having. It's why we sent an apology and why we're going to reposition things. People were so emotional, and rightfully so. They were offended by it, and as a city-based organization, we had an obligation to be better, and we weren't. And so our strategy was accept, everything from the Experience Regina song that we laugh at and some people hate, to all the slogans that are used, and then essentially come back with our manifesto, which we have shared. It was really about owning our story, our message, and our brand. And honestly, we did a poor job of that right off the start, and I think the community told us that.
I think it's pretty obvious that this is a Canadian city and issue, because that was a serious apology for such, I guess, a jokey thing. By the way, Adrian, they also had a couple of slogans here, which is "Show us your Regina," and the city that rhymes with fun. I don't mean to make fun of the folks who took this badly. I get it.
I think it's hysterical. I am so sorry. I am so sorry to the people of Regina, but I think it's really funny. I thought it was kind of, for the tourism agency to kind of use this as their motto slogan thing. I think that was creative and interesting. And the fact is, your city's name is Regina. You know what it rhymes with. You can't run from it, so might as well embrace it.
It's always been that way, right? I mean, yes. You act like the jokes haven't happened. I grew up my whole life and people are talking about, oh, is your brother Michael? Every time, because of course it was the 80s. Oh yeah, you related to Michael? Hey, do you know Bo? Once the 90s hit, it was, come on, bro, it happens. Or then Action Jackson. It's gonna happen, just live with it. It's gonna be what's going on. So stop trying to reject it.
And they could have gone with Regina, like it was right there.
It's probably named after someone with the particular name. By the way, I want to make sure I'm gonna give you guys full disclosure. Look for a few of us comments in a second because we only have a few minutes left. I can't get to this last story. But Adrian handpicked that story. I didn't point out who handpicked it. I just said handpicked. I'm in the mood to expose the real culprit behind this entire thing. So this is the person that's responsible for this. I expect a full-throated apology for this entire thing by tomorrow. Only if you're Canadian.